So Durant, here's the story. This is pointed out, late last night, that he may have private Twitter accounts where he is defending himself as someone else. And now it's even taken a more crazy turn. Updated just moments ago, a new development, all of this. Okay, so here's the deal. Durant says something, guys reply to it, okay? And what happened was a guy just says, man, I respect the hell out of you, but give me one legitimate reason for leaving OKC other than getting a championship. So instead of just being Durant and going back at that person, he was going to go back at him as a just random account.
Okay, that's an assumption, Your Honor, just to be clear.
Yes. Okay, but he didn't log out, so then Durant drops this as if he's not Durant, going, he didn't like the organization or playing for Billy Donovan. His roster wasn't good. It was just him and Russ. And then you're like, wait a minute. Who said that? Oh, Kevin Durant, blue check mark. Unless he was talking in third person.
Right. Like, you got to consider the potential other possibilities.
Yes.
That he's talking about himself in third person. That maybe he has somebody on staff who's manning the Twitter account.
But this has happened before. This has happened before.
Oh, really?
With other people in the media.
I know. Yes.
So
shadow accounts where they go and they give themselves high fives.
Right.
Positive reviews.
Right. There was a Facebook one not that long ago that was pretty obvious. You're like, oh, you forgot to log out. So there's another one where Durant, as Kevin Durant, maybe it wasn't him, maybe it was an assistant, and he goes at this dude and goes, imagine taking Russ off that team, see how bad they were. Kevin Durant can't win a championship with those cats. He's like, yeah, but you're saying this unless you're just killing us with third person. The new development is apparently there's this Instagram account where it was under Choir Sultan, and Real Durant was tagged under this. It's a private account. A bunch of famous people follow it. And that has now since been deactivated because it was this private account that we didn't really know what the deal was. And those two names are street names near where he grew up. And now they have DMs of that where he's arguing with a kid about how good Durant is. So, I don't know. This bums people out.
Yeah, so the Choir Sultan revelation on Instagram, which is an investigation going on as we speak right now on the internet, kind of shoots a hole into the theory that Durant talks about himself in third person, or maybe it was an intern.
Yeah, it could have been an assistant.
It seems to be, it's looking like it's Kevin Durant's game to create shadow accounts and fight with people in Kevin Durant's honor for Kevin Durant, as Kevin Durant.
That seems like an incredible waste of time.
Oh, my gosh.
But, as I've said all the time, when it's happening to you, you feel differently about it. Like, can you imagine being Durant and being the second best player in the world, winning a title, having an MVP season? You've got the MVP trophy, not from this year. And then you go, okay, I can't believe Cole said that about me. The guy wasn't even being mean. So, Rudy, this is it for you, huh?
Yeah, this is my favorite story since Sam Hinkie got let go or walked away from the Sixers. I don't understand. So this makes me think that there are more people that do this in sports for sure. But I also don't understand what the point is. Like, you're arguing with nobodies. It's not like you're like tweeting at like Stephen A. or you will saying like, hey, like, no, this is why I'm so much better. You're tweeting at nobodies, like random people on Twitter. This doesn't help you at all. So it just must be self-therapeutic, right?
Well, he might be tweeting at Stephen A.
Well,
he might be. Who knows how many shadow accounts he's got? Who knows how much time he's
But the point that he's making, clearly, that one would at least, you would understand the motive behind it. This is just, I remember when Van Pelt and I would argue about his fights. Like, Van Pelt would get into fights with people on Twitter, and I would go, do you ever think Jim Nantz would, around Amen's corner, being like, and we're coming up on 13, and it's great, and then fire off a tweet and say, screw you, our camera coverage has been fine. And then Van Pelt goes, yeah, I kind of get your point, but I don't know.
Oh, man. Kevin. He's got to own it at this point. That's all there is to do.
Do you think he will? You can kind of get out of it. So they've been deactivated. All right.